All right, we're live. Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow workshop. I am your host Nelson. Thank you for joining me this week. What are we going to be doing? Rebuilding GoPro.com's homepage. Now, what we usually do. Oh shit! I'm dropping frames again. Hold on, let's see here. Why am I dropping frames? Let's try this again. Frames encoded, dropping frames. Do you guys still see me? Should I still keep going? The frames are still going out, but not quite sure what's going on. Sometimes. Let's see here. Can I change my video quality? Trying to change my video quality, see how that works. Alright, if you still see me, we're going to keep going. Anyways, we're going to be rebuilding GoPro.com's homepage from scratch inside of Webflow. And how we usually conduct these workshops is we rebuild a existing website or existing page from scratch inside of Webflow, and we visually break it down, the live site, and then we change. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the warning signs I'm getting from YouTube. Okay, back on it. Here we go. So we rebuild it from scratch, and then we try to make it responsive. But since GoPro.com's homepage is very, very basic, it's something that we can probably do really quick, probably within an hour or even less. What I want to do is see if we can jazz it up a little. Maybe do some, add some background videos, or play around with interactions too. To show you guys how you can take something that's static and make it more lively, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. And again, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. Not sure why, like, week to week, I cross my fingers to make sure that YouTube is, streaming well, but, sometimes. So let's just keep going. We're going to push on. So let's do our visual breakdown. So here's GoPro.com, and we have a basic navbar, and we have two drop-down menus, and I'm not sure if we'll have time to do that, but if we do, I'll get into that. But what I really want to focus on is the main content, okay? So we have a hero row that's full width with a background image, and then you have this overlaying product image, okay? So it's really cool and impactful, because once you come to the site, you're thinking, oh man, this product looks really sweet, and GoPro is a lifestyle brand, and it just shows right here on the background image. Okay, so as you scroll down, you get more information about the product, two call to action buttons, and then we scroll down even more, and then not sure why they decided to do this, but hey, this is their thing. It's contained in a container. A background image container, and this is another one of their newest products that they came out with. And this is a 360 cam where it has two very wide angle lenses on both sides of the product. And it's a pretty cool thing, but we're gonna see if we can jazz it up a bit. Now let's keep going. And then the last one we have Karma, and again, it's in a container, and it just shows the product, and it's done. So let's rebuild this as is, as close as we can, and then later in the stream, I'll go ahead and try to add more animations, more things to make it come alive, okay? So, is it my webcam that's doing this? Let me turn it off. See if I can drop frames. There it is. Thank you guys. It's my webcam that's causing the dropping of frames. I'll fix that later. All right, moving on. So here we go. So first thing I always do when I do a rebuild is I make sure that I have all my assets ready to go. Okay, so I have my logo, I have all the product images, background images, and whatnot. All right, and I also make sure that I have the right font in there. Okay, so with all that ready to go, let's just go right into it. Okay, now this first part of the workshop is mainly for the beginners of Webflow to show you how something like this can be done. And then later, like I said, I'm going to add some flair to the page. That's more for intermediate and advanced people to see, like, to inspire you guys to take something and then put your own artistic style to it, okay? All for fun. It's good to explore with design, okay? Because you'll learn something new every time. All right, so first thing I always like to do is I don't like this container that Webflow gives us at the beginning. So what I'm going to do is replace it by moving all of the stuff that was inside the pre-made container into a div block, deleting the old container, and now I can call this container and give it my own max width of like 1200. Now let's say 1180. Center that. I like to put 20 on both sides. 20 padding on both sides. And let's go ahead and change the navbar color to black. And inside of there, let's go ahead and put the GoPro logo. And because this logo is SVG, Webflow is going to not show it. It's going to show up like a dot like this. So what I usually do is set this width to 100%, and then its parent, which is the brand right here, I give that the width of like 200 pixels. Okay, smaller, something like that, and then let's put some padding on all sides. Actually, no, padding on the. Oops. Hey. Okay, so remove the padding here. Let's see here. Actually, let's put some margin. I think that'll do it. There we go. Cool. Now let's go 10. All right, nice. And if you notice, if you're looking at the GoPro website, we have a lot of links on the left. So we're going to ignore the ones on the right so we can just quickly power through this. And we're just going to put the three links for shop, apps, and watch. Okay? So we already have 3 links in our nav menu, but it's all the way to the right because we've pre-styled it to have a float to the right. So let's just make it float to the left. Okay, now we're next to the logo. Let's get it away from the logo real quick. Actually, no. I'm looking at it right now, and we have even padding around the 3 nav links. So I'm just going to leave that as is. But these nav links, let's go ahead and style them. This one is white, and I think it's bold and all caps. Yeah, let's do that. Like that. And let's put some margin on both sides. Something like 15. Let's see how that looks. So give that same class name to both of these. And this is actually shop, apps, and watch. Okay, I think that's good. Let's add some padding to the nav bar at the top and bottom because it seems thicker. I think this one's smaller too. Something like that. I'm just eyeing it. Alright. Okay, so we're good there. Actually, let's put this more down. Just a little, probably like 12. Something like that. Okay, now let's get into the fun stuff. Now that our nav is done, let's get into the hero row. So the hero row, we bring in a section, and we're calling this hero. And if you don't know this yet, the HTML5 tags for something like section are within the settings panel right here. And if you click on tag, you'll see some of our HTML5 tags. So you can click on section, and when you publish the site and we render the code for you, we actually put section instead of just div. All right, so little pro tip right there if you don't already know. So this hero, I'm guessing it's like a height of 450? Yeah, there we go. Because it's like not all the way to the bottom. Probably 400. Because the product is going to overlap it on the bottom. And we're going to set the position to relative because I'm going to make the... Actually, relative or static? I'll play with that one later. I'm thinking, what should I do with the products to overlay on top? Let me see how I can do that. But for now, we're going to set the background image to the diver. Or is it snorkeler? Yeah, snorkeler. Set the cover, center, no repeat, and there we go. All right, so that one's done. Maybe I'm trying to figure out in my head, how do I overlay this? I'm thinking I'm going to put another section. I'm going to call it hero content, and then just move these images up so it can overlay. Let's try that. Put in another section. I'm going to call it hero content. And let's see here. What do I want to do? Is everything centered? Yeah, everything looks centered. So let's go ahead and text align center. And the first thing I want to put is the product shots. Now let's go ahead and overlay that. And we can easily overlay this if we push everything up. Let me see here. Let me put a container real quick. All right. So what I did was I put the image inside the container, and I'm going to call this hero container. Hero container, and I'm going to set this position relative. And let's bring it up. Yeah, that'll work. Nice. There we go. Now we can just keep moving on. Let's go ahead and put our hero. I think that one is this right there. Hero. Oh, this is display inline. That's why they're all in one line. All right, so let me make this display block. Hero 6 product image. Yeah. Center it. Nice. Let's push that word hero 6 down a bit. Cool. And the word with right here is actually live text, so with a lot of letter spacing. So we're just going to put live text, put the word with, and I'm just going to name this with. So it's live text, a lot of letter spacing. It's probably big, huh? Yeah. And then a lot of letter spacing. Whoa, too far. Is there a space there? What's going on? Whoa. Maybe I just put too much letter spacing. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Now, we go ahead and put the Quick Stories logo under the with. Nice. Oh, sweet. Actually, the Hero 6 logo, we need to push that away from the word with a little bit. The Quick Stories. Actually, there's no C in quick. Quick Stories logo. Let's... I don't like to use negative margins, but for this one, yeah, I guess we can cheat a little. There we go. All right. So that hero row is, oh, not done. I have two more pieces of information. Okay, this and the buttons. Let's go ahead and put the paragraph. And I think that's, yeah, I'm not sure why the line height is really big. So let me see here real quick. Okay, so everything here, all the paragraphs seem to have the same thing, where the same style. So let's push this down, say like 15, but the max is like 450 centered, and the line height, actually no, this needs to be like 17. There we go. But the line height is huge. Something like that. Cool. Lastly, we're going to have two buttons in line. So let's go ahead and put the first button. We're going to call this button. Change the text to say shop now. Alt caps. Oh, I forgot to copy that button color. What is it? What is that button color? Hold on. Okay, got it. That button color is 1FB, 9FB. And let's go ahead and save that to our swatches. Sweet. Alright, so this button is, the text is small. But the padding is huge. So something like this. We'll say 25 and 15. Oh, a little bit more. Needs to be more wide. And let's add some margin on the sides so we can add another button. Copy paste. And so I have the second button. I'm going to keep that same class name because I want those same styles, but I want to just make some small edits on a secondary button. So I'm going to give this a combo class of secondary. And let's go ahead and remove the background. So we're going to say transparent. But the color of the text is going to be that blue. And the border is going to be, seems like a 2, and it's blue. Now, if you look here, it looks like this button is a little bit taller than this button. This because this one doesn't have a border. So let's go ahead and add that border as well. So I'm going to say it's 2, and it's blue. Okay, so now both buttons are the same height. Exactly. All right? All right, let's see here. All right. Moving on. Since this is done, we can move on to the next section, which is Fusion. And this one has a slightly different color. It's like a gray or off-white kind of a deal. So let's go ahead and do that. Those two are done. Let's go ahead and collapse it. Bring in a new section. I'm going to call this, just call this section. Yeah, section. Give it an HTML5 tag of section. And let's set there's like some padding at the top and bottom. How much? Probably like 75. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. All right. And in there, we're going to have a div block, and this is our container that we made earlier. All right. And in that container, we have a background image. So let's go ahead and put another div, and we're going to call this, what are we going to call this? Product background product BG image. Okay, so this is going to hold both the logo of the product and the lifestyle shot. Okay, so I'm going to center that and then leave it as is, because for this one I'm going to call this Fusion, and this is going to hold the background image. Okay. So I think it's that one. Yeah. Cover, center, no repeat. Let's go back up a class right there to the parent class, and let's give it a height of like, I'm guessing 300. Yeah, 300 looks good. All right. And I'm going to go back here to this section. I'm going to call it gray, because this one has like a gray tone to it. So something like that. So you can differentiate between the two products in the sections. All right, so that one's almost done. Let's go ahead and add one more thing into this Fusion, which is the product logo. There we go. And we'll call this product logo name. And we can push this away from the top. Probably like 25, 26, 30. It's like right on top of the guy's head. So right there. All right, so we'll do that. Now let's go ahead and go to the next part where we drag in a div block, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make the product overlay on top of the product background image. So what I want to do here is product content, and let's make this white. There we go. And let's go ahead and center everything. And let's go ahead and put in our Fusion product image right there. All right. So this Fusion product image, actually let's put in another div block, because just like I did with the hero, I want this div block right here to go overlay this, and I'll show you how to do that. Let's call this product wrapper instead. So I can just quickly double click a selector and rename it, because I want to name this one product content. All right, right here. Now with position relative, I can move this up, and it's right on top of the kayaker. So let's go ahead and do that. Like it hides his hand. Yeah, like that. Cool. All right, moving on. Now, relive reality and all this other stuff. Okay, so that's live text. So all we got to do is just put some live text. I'm going to put a say a H2. Relive reality. Cool. It's already bold. It's ready to go. I think I can keep that font size. Seems about right. But let's go ahead and remove this automatic margin. Oh, no, I should leave it. This one right here. Hey. Oh, I have to delete it. There we go. All right, so this margin right here, push it down, because the next thing, which is the paragraph, yeah, there you go. I don't want it too close to the title. Maybe 20. There you go. Let's copy this. There we go. And I think they forced the line break, so let's go ahead and do that. You can force a line break in your text by holding Shift and pressing Return in any paragraph or text block, or even rich text elements. Okay? Now we need the button, so easy. All you got to do is copy, paste, you're done. And look at that. Oh, I have a lot of space here. So the reason why I have a lot of space here is because this is just set to position relative. So how do I fix this? Do I have to do negative margin on here? Which I don't really... No, I mean negative padding, which I don't like to do. You can't do negative padding. Interesting. I have this working, but this is way too much space. As you can see here, there's not a lot of space. What do I do? I don't want to set the height because, All Right, let's see here. If I set the height, I mean, I can get away with it, but you know, it's not really that fluid if I do that. I guess we can cheat it for now and see what happens on responsive, but let's just keep going. Yeah, let's keep going. Moving on. Now, because the way I had named and structured this product, I can easily copy this whole section and paste it. And now all we have to do, right there, all we have to do is replace everything. So this product BG image, I named it Fusion. I'm going to remove it and call it Karma, which is their drone. I can go to background and get the mountains. There we go. Cover, center, no repeat. Double click this Fusion logo and replace it with Karma. And double click this and replace it with their drone. And so yeah, it makes it much more efficient when you do it like this, when you structure it the right way. Okay? More than a drone. Wait, if it's more than a drone, then what else does it do? This is not good because, hold on, let me check where the line break is. Okay, it's at body. Cool. So when I added the product content, nope. The product wrapper. So when I added the product wrapper and I give it a height of 350, it's sharing between these two. So this is good, but this is bad. And I think it's because, oh wow, look how much space is under it. It's not really cropped. So I have to cheat this. So I have to move these up to overlay on top of the image. Alright, let me show you how to do that. So it's the same thing that we did with the product wrapper. We're just going to wrap everything that we're going to move up into its own div block. Give that div block a name. Say Karma Content. Position relative and move it up. There we go. You could overflow auto on the wrapper. Overflow auto. All of the divs that we already have, Luke, have overflow. Overflow auto means it adds a scroll bar. So we might not want to do that. But I think we have it right now. Last thing we should do, and we're only 15 minutes in? No, 28 minutes in, and we're already at the footer? Huh. Alright, so footer. Super simple. Let's do this. Oh, wait a minute. These are both gray. Huh, I just noticed that. Okay, anyways. The footer. We have 3 columns right here. We have, and then a 1 row, and then a bunch of links, and then a legal line. So let's use Flexbox. Okay, and with Flexbox, if you're not familiar with Flexbox yet, it's the better way to do columns. Now, for the people who use Flexbox, you may have already noticed that there is a slight bug. Well, they might have fixed it in Safari. So Safari is known to have Flexbox issues, and you can go to caniuse.com and look for Flexbox. And if you notice, known issues in Safari 10, there's some issues with it. All right, so meaning that you have to add an actual height to your divs, and I think they fixed that on on Safari 11. So yeah, which just came out. Right, so careful when using Flexbox. But yeah, here we go. Let's add the footer. Collapse all. Hold on real quick. Okay. Let's go ahead and put in our section. Put that under there. And hold on, let me just do one more thing. So if you notice, when you drag in a section, everything turns red when you're trying to put it at the bottom. To put at the very bottom, sometimes you have to put it above another section and then just drag it under at the very bottom where you want it. All right, so I'm going to give this HTML5 tag of footer and also give it a class name of footer. And we're going to make the background black. Add some padding to the top and bottom. Let's say 25 or 30. Yeah. And then div block, we're going to use that same container. There we go. And let's go ahead and start doing some Flexbox stuff. So how to do Flexbox is you drag in the div block right there, and I'm going to give it a class name of Flex. You can name it whatever you want, but you set the display setting to Flex, and now I can go ahead and put a div block in there and call this Flex Child and make that expand. So notice how it expanded the full width. Watch, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to remove this. And so it's a small box because it's default as shrink. But I want it to expand. And if I want 3 columns, all I have to do is copy this element and paste it twice. And now we have 3 columns. Much more simpler. And if you need 5 columns, all you got to do is paste it twice more. And so, you have more flexibility with Flexbox. Flexibility with Flexbox. I just noticed that. All right, moving on. Let's go ahead and put a piece of text. Actually, no, let's color everything white. So I'm going to go back to my footer, give it a style of white for the font color. And let's go ahead and just copy paste stuff. Probably not going to do everything of this. Yeah, I can't copy. I'm probably not going to do everything on this footer because there's a lot of content, but I'm just going to do enough so you guys get the gist of it, so you understand how it works. GoPro, join the movement. Let's say footer title. This is, I think it's bold. All caps. There's some space on the bottom. We're going to say it's 7. And, space on the bottom. Yes, you should use Flex, Yash. Good question. All right. Welcome back, Nita. Glad you're here. I'm adding a border, and we're going to set that to white. And, ooh, that's too far. Let's do 5 and 5. 5 and 5. And now I can go ahead and put a paragraph, footer P, and let's remove the stuff that I've set for all the paragraphs. So I'm going to remove this. Let's set this to 0. 0. 0. 0. Since this is a max of 500, that's fine. I'm not going to go over 500 pixels width anyways. But this should be 14, 20. This should be like a gray. Something like that. Cool. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and copy and paste that stuff. I can't copy paste it. Alright, I'm going to leave it lorem ipsum for now. Alright, so there you go. So to make things faster, I'm going to delete these 2 flex children. And because I have content already, I can just go copy, paste, paste. And I can see what it looks like even more with content. Let's go ahead and put some padding, probably like 10. Yeah. And let's just replace stuff. Camera software updates, customer support. And so that's a little bit about Flexbox. And I think you guys get the gist of it. But yeah. So close enough, and we can go into responsiveness real quick so I can just show you how this works. And then after we quickly do the responsiveness, I want to go into your questions and also review some of the work that you guys are doing, which is really awesome. And you know what? I also want to show you guys some interactions 2 stuff, all right? And maybe, if you stay tuned, we'll probably give some invites out, you know, because I want to, some of our loyal viewers who've been with us from the beginning or have been watching for a long time on these workshops, I want to give you guys access to the Interactions 2.0 because I want to see what you guys do with it. There's a lot of stuff that's already been done on social media, and people tweeting out their links and showing off some GIFs or GIFs of what you guys have been working on. And so, yeah, I want to see what you guys do. So let's continue. Responsiveness. Here we go. All right. So when you first go to the first breakpoint, you'll notice that you get a hamburger menu. It's kind of dark because we set it to black immediately. Here's how you can access where the menu, hamburger menu starts. You can start it from the tablet on the way down or start it from the desktop all the way down. All right. But for now, we're going to do tablet. And now that I have my menu button showing, let's go ahead and we're going to, let's see here. We're going to name this, or actually give it a class, sorry. We're going to give it a font color of white. So now we can see the hamburger menu. Now, what happens when I open the menu? Okay, we drop down and we see our links. But we give it that default gray look, and that's default gray. Nah, it doesn't look too nice, right? So let's go ahead and fix this. So when I go back to my styles panel, we add another class called open. So this shows you that whenever the menu button is open, it's going to have this style. So I'm going to set it to transparent. But when I click on this to open it, let's give it a different color. Give it like blue, right? And then let's go back to our nav menu. And again, this nav menu, we add a background color. If you notice right here, it's C8, C8, C8. We add it only for the mobile breakpoints because it's different. It's a different style, okay? So let's go ahead and set it to like a gray or something. Something like that. That's cool. All right. And because it's mobile, let's make these links bigger. Ooh, too big? Something like that. Cool. All right. Now, again, you can change this however you want. You want it to drop down from the top? Do you want it over on the right? Or do you want it over on the left? That's up to you. But let's do it on the right. And then, cool. So if we preview now, that's what happens. And our nav bar is done. And that same style will push down to the other breakpoints. Cool? Cool. All right, now let's play around. Let's see. So you can, if you don't know about this tab right here, this is what's going to help you see what in between breakpoints. Now, there's a lot of talk about setting custom breakpoints, and we only give you 4 breakpoints for now, and you can't set custom breakpoints because we want you guys to create stuff that's more fluid. So use percentage-based widths, percentage-based measurements rather than straight pixels, and fixing every little thing because it clutters your code if things aren't fluid, okay? So right now, everything's fine. If I squish it down, so everything's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. And let's see what Flexbox does. Really cool. So we're good. So already, we're halfway done. Okay, so we're moving this. Okay, so notice when I get to here, this image is way too close. And I think it's because how this image was cropped. Now, if you look, the shadow of this product ends right about here. So now I understand why they cropped it here. But if you look here, there's a shadow that extends all the way to this edge. So it's not really centered. How do we fix this? Well, what we can do is it's already squishing down. Let's see here. What's the parent? hero container. Alright, so this hero container, if you notice, it doesn't have any padding on the left and right. Let's add 20. Now if I squish it, we're fine. It doesn't reach the very edge. Alright, but if I go like this, it's not really a flattering photo when it's squished down. So let's see, what can we do? Can this hero, can we push it? Nope. Okay, we're gonna play around with the percentage. Let's center that right there. Okay, let's see what happens now when I... There we go. Cool. So that works. Alright. This still works. This still... Oh, okay, the two words right here. Ugh. It doesn't really look nice when it's like 3 lines. So what if we make it bigger? Like say by 1 pixel. Another trick you can do with text is VW. So if you don't know, you have extra options like M or percentage. I like to use VW, which is viewport widths. So what I can do is, let's say 2 VW, 2.5 VW on the font size and the letter space, not letter spacing, line height. So 2 is too small. Let's make it bigger, like 5. 4.5. This one could be 5. Yep, 5.5. 6. Okay, cool, 6.5. Now watch what happens when I use viewport widths instead of pixels. Look at the text. It's growing and it's shrinking. So yeah, responsive text right there. So try that out. Alright, and we need more space below it because it looks like the buttons are getting a little bit too close to the text. Let's move on down. That background image looks good. Now I notice, yeah, that background image looks good. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now we're into some problems here because this is way too high. Let's see what we can do. This product wrapper, no, not the wrapper, the product content. We should push it down a bit. Oh, notice how it says right here, if I click on it, it'll make it purple. It's because I'm affecting 2 elements on this page with the same selector. If I scroll up, which one is it? Okay, so it's messing with the fusion as well. So if I bring this down, that's not good. Okay, so let's remove that style. How else can we fix this? This right here, I have it set to 62, so maybe I can just set this to 0 and give this image a class name of Karma image and just move it down with position relative. So that way I'm not affecting the fusion. And also, yeah, this part right here, this product wrapper, it needs some padding because it's hitting the edges. Let's go 10. Right there. Cool. And this product, maybe I can push this down a bit more. Negative top margin. When did I do negative top margin? That was on the hero. Alright. There's some space here. Maybe I can shave off some like that. Alright, that still works. There's a lot of space here. And it's because this guy is supposed to be in, not in another section. Let me move it real quick. Oof. Let's see here. I'm gonna call this fusion container so I can push. Wait. Yeah. So push this down a bit. because there's not enough space in between these two products. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I just now realized that these are in the same section. I thought they're in two different sections. All right, moving on. That's done. So now we're down to our footer, and it has Flexbox. Now, it seems that it's quite skinny. So what I can do is go to the Flex child, okay, how it's set to expand, and I'm going to set it to the basis of 100%. All right, so this means it's going to take up 100% of the width. But in order to do this, we have to go back to Flex and make sure that we wrap children. Okay, what this means is that if something goes over 100%, go down to the next line. Okay, and that is done. Let's move on to, I'm going to move on to the last breakpoint. Okay, so now we have some issues going. All right. So let's make this one smaller. Oh, wow. I said smaller. There we go. Only 300. And let's go to our hero content and push that down a bit. Whoa. Is it hero content or hero container? Ah, hero container. Push that down a bit. Yeah, like that. That's still good. That's still good. All right, so our buttons are stacking on top of each other, and that's good for now. Oh, wait. It's supposed to say learn more, not shop now. Learn more. There we go. Okay, so now they're not the same width. It's not good. Let's go back here. Are they the same width? Kind of looks like it. But for mobile, when it breaks like this, let's go ahead and just give them a width of, let's say, 300. Oof, 300 is too much. Probably 250? Okay, cool. 250, and we'll push them away from each other. And there we go. Cool. Oh, wow. Okay, now we got some issues going here. You, sir, are huge. We're going to give you a class name of Fusion Image. We need to calm you down a bit. We'll start at 50 and work our way up. Okay. Now let's go ahead and push you down. Right here. And product wrapper, let's go ahead and make that taller. Whoa, look at it, it's off center. Not good. I think it's because, yeah. Ooh. Okay, that one's centered, but this one's not because that has a, okay, it has a margin. Let's remove the margins and see what happens. Cool. You know what? I'm rethinking this. Nah, I think that's good. That works. Ah, okay, see, it doesn't work. So this is what I mean by having a set pixel width, because when you make it smaller, it can break. It can make you have a horizontal scroll bar. So instead, I'm just going to say 100%. And that still works. Yeah, there we go. 100%. All right. That works. That works. Cool. And Nita in the chat room said, or you can make the Flexbox container vertical. I forgot about that. So let's go back one up here and show you another way to make these rows. Okay, so I'm going to remove that basis. Okay, so let's go to the flex right here. Oh, go to the flex. And I have wrap children. I can remove that. And instead of making the layout horizontal, I can make it vertical. So yeah, that's even faster. Thank you, Nita, for reminding me. Yeah. So that works. And if I go back here, that works. And we're done. Pretty cool, pretty fun. All right, I'm gonna turn on my camera and hopefully it doesn't lag this stream. Let's see. Okay, YouTube is saying my stream is kind of slow. Yeah, my bitrate is kind of slow. So I'm gonna go back on my camera and am I dropping frames? I'm not dropping frames. I am. Okay, we're not gonna see my face this week. That's fine. Who cares about me? Let's talk about you. So if you're working on something in Webflow, go ahead and put your webflow.io URL now in the live chat room. Also for the people who are in Facebook, yeah, I can see your chats as well now. Restream fixed their chat application so I can see your messages. So go ahead and put your webflow.io link so we can all review it as a community. Also, if you have any questions about Webflow, web design, Interactions 2.0, or anything, post it in the chat room right now. Let's get to it. All right. Let me scroll up and see if I missed any questions. Fix that mofo in Photoshop. Yeah, the cropping. I'd rather fix the cropping of these product images in Photoshop. But, let's see here. What about mobile first breakpoints? That is something that is being discussed internally. We've seen that kind of stuff. Yeah, so if you have any feature requests, something that you want Webflow to have, go to wishlist.webflow.com and put your thoughts there. Okay? We want to know what you want us to work on next. And upvote the ones that are already listed. All right. Okay, we got a lot of questions and a lot of links. So let me go on questions first. Mitchell, you'll be the first URL. You'll be the first site that we review. But Stu has a question. My first... Okay, that's not a question. Okay, that's another... When do we get custom triggers and add remove classes as seen on the IX1 landing page? I think that's something that's being worked on IX2. There's still a lot I have to learn about IX2. I think that's in there. I'm not quite sure. But good question, Drew. Rodrigo, I was wondering if I can create e-commerce in Webflow. Yes, you can. Good question, Rodrigo. You can put Shopify, Gumroad, Foxy Cart, PayPal buttons, and so much more inside of Webflow. We don't have native e-commerce, but you can integrate a third party into Webflow and even use the Webflow CMS. Go ahead and Google search Webflow Shopify integration, and you should find that actually university.webflow.com integrations. Integrating e-commerce functionality. Haha, got it. Go. All right, so let me put this link in the chat room. And here's all the third-party stuff that you can integrate into Webflow. Foxy Cart, Shopify, Ecwid, Gumroad, PayPal, Check, ShopRocket, and probably a bunch more. And if you need search, you got Findberry, Google, SwiftType. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. Good question. All right. Wanted to know if I could add GIF images. Yes, you can add animated GIFs inside of Webflow. It's just another image. All you got to do is drag it or upload it into your assets manager right here and drag it into your canvas. Does IX2 support mobile touch and drag? I can try. Maybe we can explore that in this session. Let's see here. Anything else? Okay, cool. Let's see what you guys are doing. All right, so Mitchell, what are you working on? Alan Wolfson. Okay. This is probably your client. What are you doing? Okay. I'm guessing he's a photographer. Oh, okay. Miniature urban sculptures. Okay, so first... So when I get here, immediately I think he's a photographer. Because you have photos scrolling, or you have a slideshow happening. Just a thought, what if you can put what he is, or put his title somewhere here? You know, this is a nice minimal site that focuses on images. So, like, see right here, creates handmade miniature sculptures of urban environments. Oh, wait, this isn't a real place? I thought he made, like, big things like this quarter is what he made, and he put it in a subway station. Oh, it's the other way around. Nice. Dang, this guy does some good work. I thought this was a real place. Okay, so, yeah. I would put something. So I would put that somewhere here because, like, here's the thing: when someone comes to a page, they think of three things. What website am I on? Why am I here? Where do I get more information? Okay, so number one, what website am I on? Okay, Alan Wolfson. Okay, so and I see the CV, so it means that I'm on someone's portfolio page. So I know where I am, and I know what it's about. Okay, it's about some guy who has a portfolio. Okay, but where I get actually, I contradicted myself. Like, I know where I am, but, like, I don't know what this guy does until I scroll down. So maybe somewhere at the top you add what he does. All right. But man, his work is really good. All right, let's see what else you do. Not sure if you want that white letterboxing for your thumbnails. You know, maybe make these thumbnails like background images so that way it can cover. You set it to cover and it takes up the whole box. Okay, so they're not light boxes. Okay. Yeah. Either that, use the background images, or make them all have the same image canvas size in like in Photoshop or something like that. Because having these white bars around each photo is kind of distracting. Wow, this guy, man. Okay, see here, I like this layout. This is nice. But then you kind of lose me here again, so you might want to fix that. But I love how minimalistic this is. Great job, Mitchell. He is working on a commission piece for the CEO of Nike. Wow. That's nice. All right. Great job so far, Mitchell. Thank you for sharing. All right. Stu wants to show us his first attempt with Interactions 2. Let's see here. Just a bit of fun to show mouse move over element. Oh, I saw this before. That's really cool. Because Webflow. Nice. Good job. And if you don't know who all these people are, these are Webflow family members. Me, Brandon, Waldo doesn't really look like that. He has a bigger beard. And Anna K, we're the support team. So if you have any questions when it comes to support, we're the ones answering it. Oh, and Dave, sorry. And yeah, QA team, Alex and Anna. And then our content strategist, John. Yeah, yay. Great job, Stu. Looks like you're having fun. All right, next link. Let's see here. Damn, where can I buy those miniatures? Yeah. The white bars are intentional. The client really liked it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, if the client likes it, then there you go. Is that all the questions? Did I miss anything from Facebook? Let me just check. I don't see anything from Facebook. I know I saw someone say hi in Facebook while I was working on the GoPro site. But, okay. Thanks for the compliment, Hyder, if you're still there. Hailder? Elves, I think? Maybe I'm saying your name wrong. I'm very sorry if I am. Alright, cool. Drew, you should set up categories. Okay, so you guys are talking amongst each other about the CSV. Alright. So we did the GoPro site really fast. I know that we skipped a couple of things like this drop down. But this is the time where you guys, if you want to see me do something inside of Webflow, ask it now. And I'll see if I can quickly recreate something to give you an idea how to do it. So I know someone, before we started streaming, I forgot who, it started with the letter P. He asked if I can do this drop down. And I'm going to challenge myself to do it right now live. Okay? But before I do that, real quick, first 5 people to tweet at me, at the Pixel Geek, the year and season of Y Combinator that Webflow got in, and I'll set you up with interactions too. So go ahead and do that. So if you don't have your headphones on listening right now, then you're probably missing out. But let's keep going. All right. So while I'm waiting for that, let's go ahead and... So drop-down menus are really simple. Let's go ahead and put a drop-down menu and see what happens. So down here, we have components, drop-down. There it is. You can drag that into my nav menu. And you don't see it yet, but let's go ahead and make that white. Okay, that didn't work. Let's see, I need to make this white, this text block. So let's call this drop down text. No, not the text, sorry. Is it the toggle? Probably. Let's see here, drop down toggle. If I make this white, will it make it white? Alright, so now you see that, and let's make it bold. Make it all caps. Alright, so if I want to see what happens when I open it, it does that, right? Ah, there's the challenge. How to make this 100% width. Okay, I'm going to challenge myself to do that. So by default, it's a click to open, but we can do open on hover by choosing this. So if I preview it, it's open on hover. So we're almost there, but let's see here. Let's rename this to shop. How do we make this full width? I know I've done it before, but how? All right, let's see here. How do I do that? All right. Let's try to make this. So right now, what it does is it's. Oh, I can do a fixed. Because right now it's position absolute, and the target is this drop down right here. So see how that's position relative? And if I go here, this is position absolute, and it's targeting this 100 VH or VW. We can try that, but it does that. It goes all the way to the right. So, and it's already set to 0. If I set this to 0, it's targeting. It's not really targeting the body. It's targeting this one right here. So what I can do is set this to fixed and push it that way. No! Oh, sorry. Okay, I get it now. Let's see. Let's try this again. Let's remove... I don't want that 100 VH. Okay, we're back to the square one. And I'm going to go to this drop down right here. And I have it set to position relative. If I do it auto, we're getting there. If I set this drop down menu. Oh, this nav menu probably has a position relative too. Ah, right there. Okay. Almost there. Drop down list. Gotta open it again. No, I want it all the way to the left. That's so interesting. There is a way. There is a way. It's funny how it says it's... Oh, man. Did you try inline block? I can try that. Nope, that didn't work either. So if I set it back to 100 VH, or VW, let's do that. Man, I want it to be 0... I want it to be 0, 0. Is there some sort of... There has to be some sort of padding or something like that happening. So yeah, that's web design for you. It's just you gotta look for the thing that's causing the issue. And this stuff happens, and you can't just get frustrated. You just gotta keep going at it. It's because it's float. We're closer. But this drop-down list is supposed to be fixed. When fixed means it's targeting body. Oh, man. Yeah. All right. That's something I have to learn, man. Oh, I know I've done it in the past, but All right. I'm gonna find that out offline. But let's get into. And I'm sorry, I forgot who asked me for this challenge, but man, I thought it was gonna be simpler than that. I'll figure it out. But let's go ahead and go into some interactions 2 stuff. Okay, and how to make this page like come to life. Now, before the stream, not only did I upload assets, but I also created a background vids page where I uploaded 2 background videos. And so what I did was I went to their YouTube channel. I got 2 of their videos, one for the Hero 6 and one for the Fusion, and I just sliced it into like 30 seconds and removed the audio. Okay, so that's how we have background videos looping. Okay. Oh, Peter, yeah, thanks for trying. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Go ahead and post that challenge again on the community forums, and I'll respond to it. All right, so now that I have those background vids already uploaded, I'm going to switch this hero with a background video. So actually, let me go back to my background vids. I'm going to copy this one right here, the top one. Go back here, and let's paste it at the very bottom, but drag it up here. I'm going to delete this hero. Hey. Okay, delete that hero, and then replace the background video class with hero. And remove the background image. And make sure that, yeah, see, I have another style. I'm going to remove it there. So this is, oops, this is what it'll look like. So now immediately I'm immersed into the GoPro lifestyle brand. They have so many videos, great looking videos. And it makes me wonder, why didn't they use it? I mean, I watched their videos on plane rides because they have their own channel. And I'm like, oh my god, that would be so amazing for background videos. And so this is what you can do with background videos. Give it more life, you know? And the products is still there because it's like, oh, these cameras took these shots. Bam, that easy to put a background in a video. And I want to do it again to show you how you can do it with Fusion. So let's go ahead and go back to my background videos that I uploaded. Copy the second background video. Go back to home. So we have this right here, product BG image Fusion. Let's go ahead and paste the background video there. Okay, and I'm gonna drag this. So if you didn't know, background videos, they're just divs. They're empty divs that you can add things inside of. All right, so I can do that. Okay, delete that. Give it a class name of product background image Fusion. But the Fusion, it doesn't need a background. That. Does it have anything else? No? So let's see. Go, please. No! Why? Okay, let's delete the... My background video no worky. Okay, I deleted it, and let's try it again. So we know it works here. I'm going to copy that. Go back home. Product content. Why are you gray? Do I have to like z-index you? Oh, that's interesting. I have to set the z-index to 1. Oh, because it's behind this? So what if I make this z-index 2? Oh, I guess that works. Huh. Let's go ahead and center the things and put Fusion back in it. Oh, this image, the Fusion word is not really going to show up well. Oh, what? No. And I think the height was like 300. Let's try 400. All right, let's do it. Yeah, the name doesn't show up well. Maybe if it was white, it would be better. But now this gives you more of a sense of what the camera does. It's completely different kind of an angle because it's super wide. That it does give you the sense is, okay, this is a different product. And plus you're showing it right here. So what I don't understand is how did they get the camera pole, like the selfie stick, out of the shot? That's pretty cool. Yeah. So there's that. So now we have a little bit more life. Now let's go here. And if you were here with us last week, I showed you how to do the mouse movement, kind of like what Stu did, where you hover your mouse over some elements and they move around in different speeds. So I want to show you some parallax mouse movement again, like I did last week, to show you how to make this part like come alive. This kind of a section, because what I want is like if I'm moving around like a drone, you can put like some sort of like interactivity where the mountains are moving at different speeds. All right. Oh, Luke says videos like this, why not make them full width? Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. That's one thing I told myself to do, but I totally forgot. So let's go ahead and actually no, this container. Let's just make that none. And then the section none, and then let's zero these. Actually, I want just regular container. Set that to go full width on these. There we go. And this one 0 0. Oh yeah. Even much more better. Good idea. Let's make it even bigger. Just make it more grand. Yeah, 500. Cool. All right. I feel like I have more space now. Yeah. Good idea, Luke. All right, so this I want the mountains to move at different rates, and I'm gonna just use the same mountains that I did last week. So let's get to that. This product background image. Let's keep that, but make that relative because we're gonna put some stuff that are set to that. Let's make this blue, but it's like a sky blue. Something like that. Now let's go ahead and put in some mountains, shall we? We're going to put in these mountains right here. Okay, and these mountains are going to be position absolute to the bottom. Whoa. Okay. And let's do one more thing. This product right here, let's overflow. That didn't work. Why? Whoa, what happened to my mountains? I put my mountain... Okay, there we go. I put them in the wrong spot. There we go. These mountains right here go to the bottom, but let's push them down. Negative 300. Oh, yeah. Already, it looks cool. Okay. Oh, I always get, like, excited. And let's, like, leave some space for the word karma. Actually, if we're going to leave some space for the word karma, let's make the sky darker. So we can see the word karma a little bit. And just use their blue. That's redundant. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is fun. Alright, let's go back to the mountains. I don't want to call image 2. Let's be good. Mountains 1. And let's go ahead and, because when you're looking off in the distance, things in the background are blurrier. So let's set that to 2. So it's far away. And let's also set the opacity to something like... yeah, cool. Now let's add some more mountains on top. Right here. Right there. And we're going to call this... Oh, so cool. Mountains 2. And position relative. Actually, no. Position absolute. Push it to the bottom. And negative 200. Nope. Negative 500. Okay, we're getting closer. Something like this. But the z-index is like on top. So, oh, no. No good. Make that 1. There we go. Oh, cool. Something like that. So, what I want to do is when I'm moving my mouse around, I want to move the drone around as well as the mountains. So if I move the drone on the X, it'll move this way, and the mountains will also move, but in different rates. Like the one in the very far back is going to move slower than the one here, and then this one's going to move fast because it's in the very foreground. All right, so let's go ahead and do that with interactions too. Let's get started. We're going to do product background image. So we're going to select this one. All right, so whenever my mouse moves around in this area, we're going to do fun stuff. So on selected elements, while moving over element, play mouse animation. And let's go ahead and start a new animation. So on the x-axis, we're going to select, actually, let's go karma. We're just going to call it karma. Let's go back here and select mountains 1. And yo, I want to select a different one. Karma. No, not mountains 2. Mountains. I'm looking for it. I have to look for it here. There we go. Mounts. I was using my arrow keys to select the child nodes. So there we go. So this first one right here, on scale, so on 0%, I'm going to set the scale to 1.4, as well as the Y at 1.4. Oof. And let's move it down a bit. The scale should be 1.2 then. There we go. And also set the move to, where was it? Negative 300? Nope. Come on. Oh, okay. Something like that. So 30, and set another move in the 100%, and set that to 30 as well. Okay, so this is how we get it right here. We're starting off with our scale at 1.2. And the reason why I zoom in a bit with the scale is because when I move left and right, I don't see where the image breaks, okay? Like where the end of the canvas of the image is. So at 0%, so 0% is all the way to the left of the canvas, and 100% is all the way to the right of the canvas. So on 0%, what I want to do is, let's go ahead and negative 50. Yeah. And then on 100%, it's positive 50. And if we live preview, there we go. We're already having some movement. That seems too fast. Maybe it should be 25 on the X. Live preview, see what happens. Yeah, it's pretty slow. And we can make it slower by making the X smaller, but let's continue. The Y, let's go ahead and move. So on 0%, so 0% is down here, 100% is up here. So on 0%, the Y should be like, what do we have right now? Hold on. We have it at 30. So the Y should be, actually I should delete this right here. There we go. Oops. 1.2, 1.2, 1.2. Thank you for showing the caution. All right, so the Y should be 30. Actually, no, it should be, let's just say 40 on the 0, and say 20 on the 100, because I want it to slightly move. So let's live preview. Actually, let's full preview. Ooh, I need to make this bigger. Yeah, so you kind of get the gist of it. Let's fix that real quick. This right here. Oh wow, so much space now. Okay, leave that. That works. But see how it stops when I hover over the actual product? It's kind of janky. I guess that's something we can fix, you know, with more time. All right. Now let's go ahead and affect the other mountain. Let's go back to our product image. So we can go our interactions, double click that, go into our animations. Now let's click on mountains 2. Turn off live preview. Mountains 2, and let's go ahead and add a move. Okay, so again, on the 0% X, what was this one? This one was 25, so this one should move faster. So we're just going to do it 45, negative 45. See how the edge is right here? We fix that with scale. All right, let's add another move and put it to 100%. This was going to be positive 45. Let's see what it looks like. I think it can move faster. Fix that. Let's go. So if this one, if mountains 1 is 25, mountains 2 can be, let's say 75. Might be too fast, but we'll see. That's cool. Yeah, I like it. And let's go ahead and press the plus sign again, and we're going to scale this. And this one's going to be scaled to 1.2, 2, so that way we don't see the edges. And we'll scale it again at 100%, 1.2, 1.2, and there we go. Oh, sweet. See, it's like you're looking out a car window and you're seeing the mountains go by. Alright, let's do the y-axis for mountains 2. So on the move of that, we're going to say, what did we do on this one? We did 40. So this one, what happens at 40? Okay, let's go ahead and do 10. On the, actually on the 0, it should be 10, and then move again to 100%. So on the 100%, what did we do here? We did 20. So, let's see what happens. Is that what we want? Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, because like if you're moving up, the horizon line gets lower. I mean, yeah. And then when you're moving down, yeah, that makes sense. Cool. One more thing. Let's turn off live preview and let's play around with the actual drone. Let's go ahead and set the move to something like, I don't know, on the X, give me something like 50, because it doesn't have to move all the way. And set the move again. Oh, this one should be 50, sorry. That one should be 50, and this one should be negative 50, because again, 0% is on our left. And let's see what happens. Sweet. Alright, now we just use the Y and we're done. Move. It's on the 0, Y. Let's move it to its original spot. But at 100%, we're going to move it up a bit to like, oh no. Yeah. That was fun. And now we just need sound effects. Ready? Go. Okay. I can't be the only one who makes sound effects while web designing, right? Right? Right. So that's a little bit, and someone also said, let's see here. It'd be cool if a scroll revealed to bring the drone up from inside the photo. I can kind of do that. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's add another interaction. So when I get to here, mouse movement element, but also let's do a scroll into view. Okay, start animation, timed animation, and reveal karma. I'm going to click on the karma image and let's try that. So in its initial state, the Y is going to be negative like, oof, nope, negative 300, 100, something like that. And then when I press plus, let's go ahead and set the opacity to 0 in its initial state again. And now when I scroll into view, this is what I want to happen. I want the Y to go back to 0, and I want the opacity to go to 100. So what it'll look like. And let's add some bounce to that. So right here we have the easing. Actually, I can hold shift and select both of these steps and select the easing to be out back. So it looks like this. This seems too fast. Let's set the duration to like 0.75. 1 second? Oh yeah, that's cool. Alright, will this work? Let's see. So we have 2 interactions on this one product image. Let's try it. Scrolling down. It didn't work! Or it happened too fast. I'm still learning this and I need to figure out... Oh. I need to figure out how to... That would have been cool though. I need to figure out how to... Oh! Kind of showed up. Yeah, I still need to play around with it. But we're close. It has to be possible. It has to be possible. Alright. So yeah, that was quite fun with interactions too. Yeah, let's show you guys real quick. Interaction. Here we go. So if you don't have access yet, sign up for the beta. We are sending out beta invites each day. It started, what, last week, Wednesday? Yeah, so we're ramping up into giving this to everyone. And if you find any bugs, please go to... you'll get it once you get an invite. You'll get a special link to send in any bugs or any recommendations you would have to help us fix this new feature. But yeah, it's coming, and please sign up. We want to give you access, and we want your feedback so we can publish this or push this out to everyone and just make things more fun. All right. Let's look at anything else that I missed. Anything I missed from Facebook? I don't see any Facebook peoples in here, so all right. But if you're in your Facebook, I can see your chats now. For people on YouTube, let's see here. Jhan is asking how the shop button will work. Yeah, you can use Snipcart. There's a bunch of integrations you can use. Snipcart, Gumroad. We showed you guys that. Just search Webflow e-commerce, and you should find some integrations. Okay? Actually, Stu already answered your question. Cool. Luke, so do you apply the interaction to another element when hovering the parent element? Not sure. So when you're doing interactions too, and you want to target a different element, I'm setting a interaction to the product BG image, but if I want to target something else, I click on the thing, and it's supposed to show a box still, but it's not. And then after I click on whatever property I want to mess with, you know, then it gets that target. I don't have to type in the target. I just click on it and set the property. So that's cool now. Can you make a mouse drag interaction? Is it possible to do this? Mouse drag. We can try? Because I've seen this. Like mouse click tap. Wait, mouse up. No, we don't. When the element is tapped. That's just a basic click. We don't have a drag. Yeah. Sorry, we don't have a drag. But good question, CDA. Oh man, if you did a scroll left, that triggered the drone to tip that side to return to state. Oh yeah, cool. Cool idea, Luke. Yeah, you with the ideas. I like it. So what you're saying is, let me go back here. I'm gonna click on the karma image, and at 0%, we're gonna rotate this guy. Let's see here. Rotate it. So rotate it ever so slightly, probably like 5. Oh, that's so cool. And then set another rotate for the 100% and set this to -5. And now, no, that's so cool. Oh man. Now I need sound effects. Oh, that's so cool. Good idea, Luke. Should it fire only as a... Yeah, I think you're talking about this scrolling to view. Like, this right here, I'm trying to figure out how do I set the offset or something. Or should I set the scrolling to view for this? Let's try it. So, I'm going to go back here, remove that. Go here and set this scrolling to view, start animation, reveal karma, preview to do this. Let's see what happens. Oh! Well, then there you go. Thank you, Will. Man, I really wonder about the offset because there's a use in Interactions 1 you can set an offset, but I don't know how. So if I click on the cog, it goes to here. Wait a minute, did I miss something? No. No? Yeah. Oh, smoothing would also work. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Great ideas. So if you... One thing I forgot to talk about is the smoothing thing. So right now we have it at 50%. But if you do 100, watch what happens. Things get much more smoother. Come on now. Don't be shy. There you go. So if you move your mouse and stop, the animation will still go. So maybe 100% isn't the best, but maybe we can set it to something like 80% and see what happens then. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, right when I get here, everything resets. But, I mean, with a little bit more time, you can do some crazy, crazy things. Okay? Oh, man. That's so fun. And if I had the assets for these rotors or something, like these propellers, that'd be so cool. To, like, make them spin. Like, you can make them spin as you move around, and then when you stop moving your mouse around, the propellers stop spinning. Oh man, there's so much you can do. Oh, I'm going nuts in my head right now. Luke says this is bonkers. Yes, it is. You can't do smoothing on only one element. You have to do smoothing on the whole interaction. Okay. So yeah. All right. Any other questions? Anything you want to see me do real quick? And I'll see if I can do it live. But while I'm waiting for those questions, and if you're working on anything, show me your links right now. But yeah, want to tell you guys that I'm going to try something this Friday where we stream something for the community. I've always wanted to do this where a side stream where it's more focused on the community. I want to get you guys on the camera. And I want to give you guys the time to show off what you've learned in Webflow and present it to the community. And also do some fun things like we used to have the live design challenges where I'm like, okay, make a ball in interactions and make it bounce. And then we have like the live chat of voting and who wins, and maybe we can give away some discounts or something like that. I want to just do something fun with you guys. So this Friday, I'm going to try and stream on Twitch. So it's going to be twitch.tv/webflowapp. And I want to see, just experiment, see if we can make this stream fun and for you guys, the community, because I love you guys. I want you guys to show off what you've learned, and learning with each other is much more fun than just learning by yourself. You know, let's all get together and have some fun. So I'll tweet that link out and I'll remind you guys about it, but this is something I'm still working on. So yeah, hopefully you guys will be there this Friday, all right? And make it a weekly thing, you know? 2 streams a week. How about that? All right, let's see here. Luke says, I'd love to see you digest through the thought process around how to create a blog with extra features. You know, all the considerations, article page, category page, tag page, homepage, etc. Okay, that might take some time, but it seems simple where, you know, whenever you add a new collection, you get a collection page, and you would just put in your stuff there. You would just put all your data into each of those collection pages. Like, yeah. I think that's already talked about in our Webflow University videos. But yeah, if you want something more specific, post it on the forum. And I'll take some time and get to it. Stu's asking what time this community stream would be. I'm thinking the same time, 10 a.m., since we're already used to 10 a.m. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, you guys have been waiting patiently. Yes. Like I said, we're sending out these invites as fast as we can because we want to make sure that when new people come in, we're getting as much feedback as possible from them, and then also not overloading the system. You know, we want to make sure that it's working for everyone. All right. So thank you guys so much. Let's go through our usual endings. Okay, I'm going to try to turn on my camera. Am I going to lose frames? I'm losing frames! Alright, let's just keep going. If you have any billing, account, or technical issues, please go to university.webflow.com/contact and submit your ticket there, and we'll reply to your email and try to fix the root issue as soon as possible. If you have any design or custom code questions, please go to the forum at forum.webflow.com and join the community. Ask your question there. The global community wants to help you. And of course, do me a favor. If your question gets answered, answer someone else's question too, so we can all grow and learn together. Also, this stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will see you guys next week. If you want to tweet at us, it's at Webflow app or facebook.com/Webflow. You can find us there. You can tweet at me at The Pixel Geek. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully I'll see you guys on Friday on our Twitch stream, which I'm going to try to start to do. Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And thank you guys. And as always, please make the web beautiful. See ya.